You ain't gotta make the choice, no, not this, not this, not this, not this. All day, baby, you can have it both ways, both ways, both ways, both ways. Bring it in, yeah, bring it over this way, this way, this way, this way. Don't settle in the middle, get it your way, your way, your way, your way. Any way that you want, yeah. Any way that you want, yeah. Any way that you want. You can do it like this, you can do it like that. You can do it like this, you can do it like that.
Starting with the home screen. Today's home screen works thing. Well, this year we're doing just that with something called the App Library. It's a new space at the end of your home screen pages that automatically organizes all your apps in one simple and easy to navigate view. Let me show you. Now, like you, I have muscle memory built for the first page or two, but when it comes to all of these pages, well, honestly, I've lost track of where a lot of things are. And that's where the App Library comes in. You can see that all of my apps are automatically organized here. In fact, now with the App Library, I actually don't need all those pages for all my apps. So we created an easy way to hide app pages. I just go into jiggle mode, tap the dots at the bottom, and check this out. I get a zoomed out view of all my app pages. I can simply tap to hide the pages I no longer need, just like that. And now with those pages hidden, App Library is always just a swipe or two away. So here in App Library, getting to the app I'm looking for is really easy. Up at the top, I have the search field, and I get all my apps organized from A to Z. Now over here on the upper left, I have suggestions. It uses on-device intelligence to show me the apps that I'm likely to need next. And on the right is recently added, giving me access to the apps that I've recently downloaded from the App Store. And below are intelligently curated categories. So I can tap into a category like Apple Arcade and see all of my apps in that category. Well, now let's go back. You may notice that in each of these categories, the apps I use most are right here at the top level. So I can launch one of these directly with just a tap. So that's App Library. Next, let's turn to widgets. Today, widgets help you get information at a glance, but a lot has changed since we first introduced these widgets. To start, they're more beautiful and data rich, and we're introducing different sizes so you can choose one that best fits your needs. Let's take a look at them in iOS 14. So let's swipe over to Today View and take a look at our new widgets. They're just beautiful. And the new designs are more data rich than ever. And you can see they now come in a variety of sizes, so you can pick just the right level of information for each one. Now, we like these new widgets so much, we wanted to make them even more accessible. So check this out. I'm just going to tap and hold on the weather widget, and I can drag it out of Today View and onto my home screen. And watch, as I move it around, the apps just dance out of the way to make space for my new widget. Well, let's add a second one. Just going to tap the plus here in the upper left and grab onto podcasts. I can drop it just like that. Now I'm going to swipe over to page 2 here and bring back up the widget gallery. The gallery is a great place to explore widgets. Now, when I tap on one, I can actually page through all of the different sizes available, just like this. But you know, right now what I want to do is grab this widget up top. It's a really special one. It's called the Smart Stack. I'm just going to tap it and drop it here. With the Smart Stack, I can easily swipe through widgets to pick just the one I want for the moment. But what's really cool is that the Smart Stack can actually do this for me automatically. So in the morning, I can get my news briefing. Throughout the day, find out when I have a meeting coming up. And in the evening, I might get a summary of my activity for the day. So that's widgets on the home screen. We're excited to see how everyone will customize them in their own way. Next, we're also bringing picture-in-picture to iPhone. So you can access apps on your iPhone while watching video or talking on a FaceTime call. Let me show you. So here on my home screen, the Smart Stack is showing me the TV widget, so I can just tap to start playing a show. Now check this out. When I swipe to go home, the video automatically goes into picture-in-picture right over the home screen. And when I launch another app, like Notes, I can keep watching. Now I can drag the picture to another part of the screen. If I want to make it bigger, I I can even pinch to zoom. And as I move between applications, it stays with me. And what's cool is I can also swipe it to the side and the audio keeps playing when it's off screen. Now, here on the home screen, I can bring it back out if I want. And I have controls to get back to full screen playback, or I can just tap the X to close it. And that's picture-in-picture video. It's a great way to continue enjoying your video while tapping into everything else your iPhone can do for you. And that's a quick look at the updates to the core elements of iOS. We think these new features are going to make iOS even more helpful in the moment. Another iconic experience that's getting a major update is Siri. As much as Siri has advanced over the years, the visual interface for interacting with it has remained largely unchanged. When you use Siri, your iPhone switches to this full screen UI, obscuring your current context. So this year, we've completely redesigned the Siri experience with a new compact design. It makes tasks like launching apps incredibly seamless. For example, if you say, "Open Safari," Siri pops up at the bottom of the screen and instantly launches the app. Or if you ask for information, like the weather, results appear at the top of the screen, just like a notification. Now, this is especially great when there's information you want to reference on screen. For example, you could ask Siri to add to your grocery list. So that's the new Siri design in iOS 14.
Siri helps you in a ton of little ways every day, playing the morning news, bed, and so much more. Another way Siri helps is with communication, like sending messages. This year, you can now ask Siri to send an audio message, and Siri will start recording. This is great when you really want to have the emotion of your voice come through. A popular way to send messages with your voice is using dictation. Keyboard dictation uses the same speech recognition as Siri. And leveraging the power of the neural engine, we are now able to run dictation on device. This provides great accuracy and privacy. When communicating with someone in another language, Siri can help with translations. This year, we're expanding to support many new language pairs. This is hugely popular, but we know our users want more than just translating phrases. They want to have entire conversations, and we believe conversations between languages should feel natural and easy, and have the ability to stay private. That's why we're introducing a new app called Translate. It is designed to be the best and easiest to use app for conversations, and it can work completely offline, keeping your conversations private. Using advanced on-device machine learning and the powerful neural engine, you can translate your text and voice between any combination of these 11 languages. So I could have a conversation with someone in Mandarin, and they could have a conversation with someone in Russian. Just tap on the microphone and say, "What are your store hours?"
¿Cuáles son las horas de su tienda?
You get back the text and audio right away. And just turn the phone to landscape to open conversation mode. We've designed a side-by-side view that's easy for two people to know which side to follow in the conversation. This mode is incredibly intuitive, with just a single microphone button because the app intelligently detects the language spoken and shows translation on the correct side of the screen.
Next up, messages.
So we are introducing a new way to let you stay connected to your most important conversations by letting you pin them at the top of your list so you can always get to them. And you can see messages as they come in with a beautiful animation on the pin. Next, let's talk about expressing yourself with Emoji. There are over 1 trillion ways to customize your identity with Emoji. In iOS 14, we're adding even more ways to create your look with over 20 new hair and headwear styles to let you reflect your hobby, profession, and personality. We've also added something that's even more relevant today, face coverings. And we're adding more age options too. My favorite way of using Memoji is with Memoji stickers. And now we have 3 brand new Memoji stickers that let you send a hug, a fist bump, or even a blush to your friends. Last, let's chat about groups. First, we're adding inline replies that let you reply directly to a specific message. You can view replies in the full conversation, or you can view them as their own thread so you can focus in on the specific topic. To make it even more clear who a message was meant for, we're introducing mentions. With mentions, you can just type someone's name to direct a message to them. And now you have the ability to only be notified when you're mentioned in the group conversation. And check out the top of this conversation. We have an all-new design for how groups appear. It lets you see all the members of your group where the most recently active people are shown largest. And for the first time ever, you can create a unique visual identity for your group by setting a group photo or customizing your group's look with an emoji. Inside the conversation, you see group members' photos around the image. Of course, it looks great as a pin. You know who's most recently commented in the group because their photo will appear around the outside of the pin. And that's what's coming to Messages in iOS 14. All new pinned conversations, fun updates to Emoji, and powerful improvements to groups.
We have a new set of features that will help us explore the world again, starting with Maps. We're excited to announce we're bringing our new map to more countries later this year, including the UK, Ireland, and Canada. In iOS 14, we're adding things that will make it easier for people to find places they love and help them get to where they're going in ways that are better for the environment.
In iOS 14, the Maps team will be working with some of the world's most trusted brands to offer amazing guides. Guides for great places to eat, shop, meet friends, or explore in cities around the world. You can save guides so you can easily get back to them later. And the best part is they automatically update when new places are added, so you always have the latest recommendation. With iOS 14, we're introducing great new features to help our users reduce their carbon footprint. And our first one is also our most requested. It's cycling. We're adding a dedicated cycling option to Maps, which allows users to ride their bike along bike lanes, paths, and roads. Maps takes elevation into account to let you know if you're in for a challenging uphill workout or a leisurely flat ride. You can also see if your route includes quiet or busy roads. We'll even let you know if you have a steep passage coming up or if you'll need to carry your bike up the stairs. You can also choose to avoid stairs altogether. With iOS 14, we're bringing cycling to New York City, LA, the San Francisco Bay Area, along with a number of cities in China like Shanghai and Beijing. And we'll be adding many more cities in the coming months. For environmentally conscious drivers, we're also introducing EV routing. If you have an electric car, Maps is going to help eliminate range anxiety. With iOS 14, Maps will track your current charge and factor in things like elevation and weather to automatically add charging stops along your route. And Maps will know which type of charger works for your car, making sure to only route you to compatible stations. We're working with a number of manufacturers to support EV routing in their vehicles, including BMW and Ford, and we'll be adding many more in the near future. Cities around the world are also working to improve air quality and reduce traffic. So we're adding congestion and green zones to Maps to easily see where they are, along with alternate routing options. In addition, drivers in China can securely store their license plate number on their iPhone, and Maps will let them know which days they can enter congested city centers based on that number. And those are just some of the great new features coming to Apple Maps in iOS 14, making Maps the best product to help users explore and navigate their world.
And now, on to CarPlay. We have some great updates for iOS 14. First up, we have new wallpaper options, perfect for the car. And we're adding support for new categories of CarPlay apps, parking, EV charging, and quick food ordering. In addition to this, we're really excited for the next step in how we're transforming your relationship with your car by rethinking car keys. To tell you more about what we have planned, let's go to the garage with Emily Schubert.
Thanks, Craig. I'm excited to introduce a digital version of car keys. Now you can leave your keys at home and unlock and start your car with your iPhone. And the very first car to support this will be the new 2021 BMW 5 Series. Let me show you how it works. It's super simple. It uses NFC and you just tap to unlock. And I place my phone on the charging pad and then push to start. But this goes beyond just one less thing you have to keep in your pocket. Digital keys have security benefits. They live in the secure element of your iPhone. And if it goes missing, you can turn off your keys remotely via iCloud. And you can share from wherever you are with iMessage. Let's give Craig a key so he can drive home after we're done here. With each key you share, you can set options, like a restricted driving profile, perfect for teen drivers, which is tempting, but we'll give Craig full access.